What if I told you this is not just a football game? Not just Packers versus Bears, but a rivalry so old, so intense, and so emotional that it has survived generations, legends, heartbreaks, and history itself? When Green Bay and Chicago meet on the field, records don't matter, standings don't matter, and logic doesn't matter. Because this rivalry is powered by pride, pain, and passion. And today, we're breaking down Packers versus Bears like never before. The history, the mindset, the players, and why this matchup still feels bigger than the Super Bowl. So buckle up, because this rivalry never disappoints. The Green Bay Packers versus Chicago Bears rivalry is not just the oldest rivalry in the NFL, it's one of the most iconic rivalries in all of sports. For over a century, these two franchises have gone head-to-head, shaping the identity of American football itself. From frozen tundras to roaring stadiums, from legendary quarterbacks to heartbreaking losses, Packers vs. Bears has always delivered drama. This is not about one season. This is not about one quarterback. This is about legacy. The rivalry dates back to 1921, making it the longest-running rivalry in NFL history. Before the NFL was a global brand. Before billion-dollar stadiums. Before fantasy football and social media. The Packers and Bears were already fighting for dominance. Chicago built its identity on toughness and defense. Green Bay built its identity on resilience and championship culture. For decades, wins and losses between these two teams didn't just affect standings, they affected entire cities. Fans passed this rivalry down like family tradition. If you grew up a Bears fan, you were taught to hate the Packers. If you grew up a Packers fan, beating the Bears was non-negotiable. The Green Bay Packers are one of the most unique franchises in professional sports. They are community-owned. They play in one of the coldest environments in football. And yet, they've produced legendary quarterbacks and championship moments consistently. From Bart Starr to Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers, Green Bay built a reputation for quarterback excellence and smart football. Against Chicago, the Packers often represented precision, confidence, and execution. Even when Green Bay wasn't the most talented team on paper, they found ways to win. For Packers fans, beating the Bears isn't just a win. It's confirmation that tradition still matters. The Chicago Bears are built differently. Historically, Chicago football has been about physicality, defense, and toughness. Monsters of the Midway wasn't just a nickname, it was a warning. Chicago's greatest teams dominated through defense, intimidation, and relentless pressure. Against Green Bay, the Bears often played with an extra edge, an extra hit, and extra emotion. For Bears fans, the Packers have always been the measuring stick. Beating Green Bay means hope. It means progress. It means the balance of power might finally shift. Every Bears victory over the Packers feels personal, and no matter how good or bad either team is, Packers vs. Bears games almost never follow the script. Underdogs rise. Favorites collapse. Leads disappear. Heroes are made in the final minutes. You can throw away stats when these teams play. You can ignore predictions. Because rivalry games live in a different universe. One turnover can change everything. One defensive stop can define a season. One touchdown can live forever in highlight reels. That's why fans never miss this game. 1. Defense versus decision-making. This rivalry often comes down to which team makes fewer mistakes. Turnovers, penalties, and poor decisions get punished instantly. 2. Physicality in the trenches. Packers vs. Bears games are rarely finesse battles. They're physical, emotional, and aggressive, especially in the trenches. 3. Coaching and adjustments. Coaches are under extreme pressure in rivalry games. One bad call can haunt them for years. Smart adjustments often decide the outcome. What separates this rivalry from others is emotion. Players feel it. Fans feel it. Cities feel it. A Packers loss to the Bears hurts more than any other loss. A Bears win over the Packers feels like a holiday. These games create heroes and villains overnight. Players who perform well become legends. Players who fail are remembered for the wrong reasons. This emotional weight makes every snap intense. Even as rosters change and new quarterbacks emerge, the rivalry remains unchanged. New players quickly learn that this game is different. Coaches emphasize it. Fans demand it. It doesn't matter if you're a rookie or a veteran. Once you play Packers versus Bears, you understand why it's special. The jerseys may change. The stadiums may upgrade. But the fire stays the same. This rivalry isn't just American anymore. NFL fans worldwide recognize Packers versus Bears as a symbol of football history. It represents tradition, competition, and pure sports drama. It's one of the few rivalries where casual fans become emotional viewers. Because even if you don't support either team, you respect the history. This matchup reminds us why we fell in love with football in the first place. Green Bay Packers versus Chicago Bears is more than a game. It's history colliding with the present. It's pride versus pride. It's tradition versus tradition. Every time these teams meet, something unforgettable happens. And no matter how many years pass, one thing remains true. This rivalry will never die. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the greatest rivalries in sports history, make sure you hit the like button. It really helps the channel grow. Subscribe for more powerful NFL stories, game breakdowns, and rivalry reviews like this. And most importantly, comment below, backhand index pointing right, who do you support, Packers or Bears? Backhand index pointing right, and what is your favorite moment from this rivalry? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. American Football Fire.